Hi guys, welcome to Get Rebel Life TV. This is where we promote African culture, traditions, and religion. I thank you all for your support, both in cash and in kind on this platform. If you are new here, kindly click on the subscribe button down below to subscribe free of charge so that you don't miss anything on this channel. And if you want to support us by becoming one of our members, kindly make use of the join button down below to choose any categories of your choice. Being a member is a way of showing your support to me, and I pray may Olodumare continue to support you as you do that. I share. So I welcome you all guys, wherever you are watching from. This is Get a Better Life TV. I once again thank you for your support. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being a member of this platform. The membership is a way of showing your support. And of course, I have the list of my members and even the subscribers. I appreciate you all. And for those of you who often watch my videos, I appreciate you as well. So in this live stream, without wasting too much of our time, I believe others will come back to watch it. But for now, for those of you who are here now, we can start as soon as possible. So I want to use this live stream to answer a question. Someone sent me a message yesterday, and I feel that many of you can benefit from the answers that I gave to this person, because I usually take my time to speak on the phone with whoever asks this kind of a question so that I can properly enlighten them so that they can be well guided. So this person is actually seeking a genuine Babalawo. Like, that is exactly what he told me. Like, he sent a whole lot of a text to me on WhatsApp, and I want to just briefly answer the question. So this person says that that is looking for Babalawos in the village, like that he feels that those in the city are not really strong. And this video now, I want to respond to that question and give my honest opinion about it. You know that the home of Babalawos is Yoruba land. You know, the original home of Babalawos is Yoruba land. And I understand all over the world, people are looking up to the Babalawos in Nigeria, in Yoruba land, to seek for spiritual help. So today, I want to respond to this question from one of our followers who is seeking for a straightforward and trustworthy Babalawo. So I believe many of you really want to have a very good spiritual experience or spiritual journey with a straightforward and trustworthy Babalawo. You all know the meaning of straightforward and trustworthy. Straightforward, someone who is truthful, someone who would specifically tell you that this is what Ifa says, someone who will not say because he's talking to you, reading your mind to tell you one or two things that is not coming from Ifa. So when we are talking about straightforward, it means that the person divines for you, and what the Odu says is exactly what the person is translating. Whether you're gonna believe it or not, the person will specifically tell you what Ifa says. So we are talking about Ifa here. We're not talking about seers. Seers are different from Babalawo, diviners, those who divine with Okbele or Ikin Ifa, the Ikin seed. So when we're talking about straightforward and trustworthy, we are talking about a Babalawo that will chant and praise a particular Odu that comes out during a divination session, because a fake Babalawo, a Babalawo that does not know anything, will come up with so many information that are false, that are not in the Odu Ifa that is chanting or that is praising for you. So such a person is not a straightforward or trustworthy Babalawo. Then if we are talking about scammers, I believe they are different from trustworthy or straightforward Babalawo, because scammers are scammers. So they are not Babalawo, they are scammers, right? So these are followers specifically mentioned that he doesn't want a popular Babalawo. He approached me, and he described the kind of Babalawo that he would like to seek for help from. He said he wants someone who is not a popular Babalawo. So I don't know why he specifically mentioned the word popular. Popular means that Babalawo that is known. So, but he said he would rather need someone who lives in the village, and truly knows what he's doing. So, truly, in Yoruba land, we have villages, and when we say village, the rural areas. So we believe that the Babalawos in the rural areas are not exposed to luxuries. So I believe that's why this person is talking about popular Babalawo. But what I told this person, I said, well, if a Babalawo that lives in the village, if he knows what he's doing and people begin to patronize him, definitely is going to make money to move to the city. So that was exactly what I told him. But for the benefit of this video, I will be honest with you, and I will give you my honest opinion on this topic. So I actually completely understand where this person is coming from. I understand what he's trying to say and his expectation. So maybe he has had some bad experiences from the so-called popular that he's referring to. So I would like to say that in today's world, like the era we're in right now, it's not the era of our ancestors. So we are in in a civilized world now. During the time of our ancestors, there wasn't anything like phone. There wasn't anything like luxury cars, and all that. So in today's world, it is easy to get caught up in the hype and the glamour of popular spiritual leaders, because these are the people you hear about. So I'm not saying that they don't know what they are doing. I'm only telling you what this person asked me, so, and I'm trying to give my honest opinion. So my honest opinion, what I told this person is that find a Babalawo that was once living in the village, so, and he knows what he's doing. With time, he's gonna make money. Like, people will give him money. People can even give him house to stay in the city. So it is very possible for a Babalawo in the village to come to the city, and that doesn't make him a fake or someone who is not trustworthy. That doesn't mean, because maybe his handwork made him to be given an apartment in the city. Though truly some will reject it. Some Babalawo in the village will reject it, that no, I would like to be in the village. So I have even interviewed a Baba who said it. It's not a Babalawo Onifa. We say Babalawo Onifa, the ones that define if with Okwele. So he's a Kauri diviner. The Baba is a Kauri diviner, and he said that he doesn't want to be moved to the city. So I have the video on my page. So it is very possible for a Babalawo in the village to reject civilization. So that's very, very possible. So, but sometimes what we really need, in this context is someone that is genuine, someone who is genuine, and someone who is humble and truly connected to the spiritual realm. All right. So regardless of where the person lives, whether in the village or in the city, but the person has to be genuine. Like, genuine means that, okay, is this person actually a Babalawo? Does he pass through the training process? Like, the interviews that I've done so far, I've asked this question, the process of becoming a Babalawo. And even the elders in this transition will tell you that it takes 10 years of learning to understand Ifa. 10 years of learning and memorizing the chapters and the stories in Ifa. So we have 256, and it's true. For you to memorize, at least you have to memorize 2 verses each. 2 verses each pa Oduifa. You have to understand the story. You have to understand the chanting of the stanzas. Then you have to understand the sacrifice, how to offer sacrifice. So our babalawos, our elderly babalawos say that at least it takes 10 years. So when we are talking about a genuine babalawo, someone who understands Ifa, then someone who is humble, and someone who is truly connected to the spiritual realm. So connected to the spiritual realm is that someone who his lifestyle is how a babalawo should live, like not just someone who is maybe lying or doing anything possible to make the money, right? So it's not just calling yourself a babalawo. So you have to be very genuine. And when we say you are genuine, you have the knowledge, right? So as someone who has been on this spiritual journey, so I'm talking about myself for a while now. So I've had the privilege of meeting and working with many babalawos. I've worked with many babalawos and I've met a whole lot of them. So, and truly, you can't sit in your house or you can't sit at the comfort of a home and say you are doing research. So, researching is all about moving around, doing your findings, move from one place to another. So, which I have been doing on this platform. So, and I must say that some of the most powerful and effective ones are indeed those in the village, truly. But I am not saying the ones in the city are not powerful. They are, and I've already explained it that if you are once in the village and you get a good offer of coming to the city, you want a good life. So an average human being will want that good life, especially if you are educated a little bit, like maybe you are educated, even though you are not a degree holder, or if the babalawo is not a degree holder, but is at least educated. Everybody wants a good life. Even the babalawos deserve a good life as well. But the reason why we say the ones in the village are much more powerful is because they are closer to the nature. You know what I'm saying? Nature. This tradition is all about nature. Yoruba spirituality is all about nature. So a babalawo that lives in the village can easily go to the bush to get materials, while the babalawo in the city will have to buy, will have to go somewhere to buy. And something you are buying, you do not know the source. So when we are talking about powerful and effective, truly the babalawo that lives in the village will have access to nature more than the ones in the city, right? Because the city is polluted by artificial things, So, and as I said, some of the most powerful and effective ones are indeed those in the village, and they are not seeking for fame or fortune, right? So someone in the village maybe is just naturally living his life, helping people, so he's not actually seeking for fame or fortune. So as humans, we are all seeking for fortune. Majority of us are seeking for fortune. But if you are a babalawo, such shouldn't be a priority, fame or fortune. And you see some babalawo now, the money they are making, whatever they are making, they give it out as charity to people. So a lot of babalawo are doing that. They have charity organizations where they buy things, where they help people. I think that is very interesting as well to do. You can have the fortune to still help the society, right? So to the person that has this question, and to those of you who want to learn from my opinion, so I will say, and I understand that your concerns and your desire for straightforward and trustworthy babalawo, is understood, and of course is a reality. But however, I must also caution you that finding someone who meets this criteria, like trustworthy, someone who is straightforward, humble, someone who lives in the village and all that, may take some time and effort, right? So you have to be patient, and and there's something that I do tell people: if you are seeking a spiritual help, you should not, you should be calm to get it done. right? You should not be anxious, because when you are too anxious, or you are too, you just want everything to be fixed quickly, then when you do that, you are going to make mistakes, like you are going to run into the wrong hands, right? So one thing you can try, I'm talking about the person that has this question, and for those of you who are interested, is that just referring, when you depend on referrals, what I mean by referrals, like maybe you have a friend who has tried a particular babalawo, maybe who has been working with a particular babalawo for maybe for years or for months, and this person say, "Oh, this babalawo is good." So if you trust that your friend, you can rely on his or her recommendation, right? So for instance, on this platform now, a lot of people come to my inbox to ask me for referrals. I really honestly want to or wish to refer, but in the past, when I started this page, I used to release the numbers of my guests, but that almost put me into trouble, and that's why I had to put everything in order, and I have to uh, come up with a way of attending to those who need consultation through me. So if you need a consultation through me, I I tell you the guidelines and I advise you properly. In fact, for those of my followers in Nigeria, I honestly tell them to look for Babalawo around them, which is much more better, because in Yoruba land, if you before you even move from one uh, village to another, you can easily find a Babalawo. So with that, you can do your own personal assessment. So rather than looking for someone online to recommend a babalawo, or maybe because you just watch a video and you just because of what the person said, you just trust, that this must be a very powerful baba, oh, this must be that, so you don't use the interview to judge, you don't use it to judge. So it is better you find someone in your locality. So but for our brothers and sisters outside, especially even the our brothers and sisters, the Nigerians abroad. So it is understood that when they come to us, we can attend to them. So one thing that you can try, as I said, is to depend on referral from people you trust, and those who have had positive experiences with a babalawo, then you can do that. So that is that. Then you can also try attending spiritual events. I'm sorry for those of you outside Nigeria, you may not have the opportunity to attend, but some, like the Ocean Festival, like Ifa Festival, some of you guys still like to come home to witness the event. So by so doing, you can fortunately meet a babalawo, and you may as well have the opportunity to connect with that babalawo right from the ceremony, like, or the festival. Then you can have a conversation. Then you use your common sense to detect if it's real or not. So that is that. So, but ultimately, the most important thing is to trust your instincts and follow your heart. As I said earlier, like, you have to use your sense, right? So, and at the same time, you have to follow your instinct. You have to listen to yourself about the person you are dealing with, and follow your mind, right? So when you meet such a babalawo who resonates with what you want, then you can get started with him. And if it's Yanifa, you can get started with her. So this is not only about babalawo alone. So generally, we're talking about any olorisha that you want to be connected to. I mean, you want to be connected with. So you have to follow your mind, and let your instinct speak to you. So, and when you meet with this person who resonates with you, you definitely know that this is the person, right? Your mind will tell you, your spirit will let you know that this should be the person. So it is better you do your own personal assessment, So even apart from the referral part that I mentioned earlier, you can as well do your own assessment. And also, don't ever be afraid to ask questions. So I see that a lot of people are having this, I find it very difficult to do. Like, a lot of people don't want to ask questions because they are scared of this of the Babalawo, like, oh, let me not ask this, oh, so that I won't get upset and all that. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Like, you can politely ask questions to know more, and seek clarification on anything you are not sure about. Right? That is very important. You respectfully ask questions. So why, some people, like, even this is another trick to know. If you are asking a question, you're asking a Babalawo a question, and it just gets angry, or he just refuses to answer you, then you can figure out that, oh, something is wrong, right? So if you ask a question, a trustworthy Babalawo should be able to explain to you, like, should take his or her time to explain to you. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope this response has been helpful. And if you have any further questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out. You can send me a message on my WhatsApp. So maybe I can come out like this to answer, or at the same time I can still talk to you on the phone to answer your question. But I love to come live like this for others to enjoy, right? So before I go, I just want you to know that everyone that if you want to learn about Yoruba spirituality, Ifa, and all that, this page is majorly for that, right? So we are trying to find a way to make the learning flexible. So we are not only talking about ebo sacrifice and the spiritual aspect. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about only the spiritual aspect. We are talking about the how to understand, how to appreciate the tradition much more better. That's what we are doing here. So it's not only about the spiritual aspect, right? But as you can even learn the tradition much more better, the way we are dishing it out, so that you guys can have a very good understanding of how Yoruba practice is, Yoruba spiritual practice and belief system is, right? So I know it's not easy, but it's worth it. Like, coming to learn, it's worth going for. Like, it's something that it will benefit your life. It will help your living, right? So keep seeking, keep learning, and most importantly, keep trusting in yourself and the world around you, right? So until next time, may you walk in the light of the divine. I share. So don't hesitate. If you have any question, anytime, any day, you can send your question across to me, or you can put it in the comment section for me to find a way to answer you, as much as I can. Thank you. Rashid Adek, thank you, is a member. Thank you. Rashid Adek is a member. Thank you very much. May Olodumare continue to support you. Thank you. Thank you. Omoluwa, good evening. Thank you. De Danny Bix, Alafia. Thank you. Thank you. Alafia, I've been recently met Diamond Maria. Alafia. Okay, let me see your question over the phone and in session in person. What is your opinion? Yeah. Okay, let me put this question here. I've recently met a Babalawo from Nigeria. He told me he can do my consultation over the phone. Yes. The consultation can be done on the phone and initiation in person. Yes. So what is your opinion? Yes, of course. The tradition is that Ishefa can be done in your absence, but Itefa, you just have to be there. You have to be available in person. So consultation can be done on the phone, because what is needed is your name and your mother's name, right? So it can be done. Diamond Maria. All right. Thank you for answering the question. You are welcome. Lafia Nitoni from. All right. Thank you. Olori Shakro. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you all. Correct it. correct, can be done, but yeah, of course, it's better in person, but the tradition, during the time of our ancestors, there was nothing like phone. So, but it is what it is. So we can't say because if you're in America and you need to consult with the Babalawo in Nigeria, you can't come home frequently for consultation. So we can't say it's better in person. So both are okay because even during the time of our ancestors, you can go to a Babalawo and mention the name of your loved ones to the Baba that please let me check so person, even though the person is not there, what the Babala will ask you is the name and the mother's name. So that's all. So both are okay. Not only that it's not that it's only better in person. Both the phone and but what I see that people are doing now is to come online and be doing divination publicly to people. So that I do not agree with that. So a lot of people are doing that on TikTok, on consulting publicly. So it's not right. It has to be something sacred. It's not something that should be done via social media for the fun of it, right? So when we are sitting on the mat, we blow onto the cowrie shells. What does that mean? When we are sitting on the mat, we blow onto the cowrie shells. Yes, of course, like invocation. If you are trying to invoke the presence of the Orisha, then you can recite some incantation and do that to manifest the presence of the Orisha. Thank you very much, guys. So this is Get a Better Life TV. Thank you for your support. Please, if you want to support me, I need your support because we are doing a lot of things like that you guys will really appreciate. So your support will help a lot. Make use of the join button to be a member. Then you can use the super thanks underneath my videos to show your support. Thank you very much, guys. See you next time for another topic. Get a better life. Bye for now. Thank you.